I don't know if this qualifies as an unboxing video, but we have things in boxes. Hey guys, it's been the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I am going to unbox a couple of things here, but these are the 2021 Proof Silver Eagles. We've got both the Type 1 and the Type 2, and I actually wanted to show the difference between the boxes just a little bit. For those of you who are familiar with the Silver Eagle series, of course, the Type 1 box is like you've come to know and love, with the cert being the same in this big velvety box, which they've used since 1986. You know, that the colors changed over the years, and now you've got this black box here, and it's actually pretty sleek looking, but it's also, of course, just down to the basic type box that they've used in the past. And of course, they did change the certificate, which makes sense, which is good. You want to be able to distinguish between the two. So we're going to take a close-up look and see if you can identify some of those differences on these coins from the up close and personal perspective. And at that first glance, of course, especially on the proofs, because that cameo effect is so strong, the only thing that you're really drawn to at first, I think, is the fact that you've got that Adolf Weinman, his initials below the "In God We Trust" on the Type 2. And then you've got, of course, that big date, which is, you know, I made fun of it because I said it's kind of wonky looking, but it's also much more traditional to what the Silver Eagle actually, the Walking Liberty half actually looked like. So some of the changes that were incorporated were out throughout the design, including, you know, the rays, a drop of golden sun. And so the Type 1 rays, we're going to just take a look at here and see kind of what that pattern looks like versus the Type 2. And you'll see that the rays are very different. These rays are actually extremely thin on this Type 2, and they're kind of pulled back. They do run into the design, but on this one it looks like they just really run into the design hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually, yeah, you actually have a similar number of rays, but that design is so much more finessed, shall we say. And of course, the date's the big one that you can notice right away, because the date on these guys here are very fine and refined. And then the date on this one is much larger looking. Most of the other design changes, I think they're kind of hard to notice without having someone show them to you or point them out to you. You know, the way that the flag flows, for example, is all been redesigned and a little stronger and bolder. It's really funny because it's a little stronger and bolder, and yet at the same time everything looks a little thinner, if you will, on the Type 2. But of course, the big reveal on these things is going to be on the reverse of the coin, where you have the two different eagle designs that are completely different. And I've had a ton of people complain about the one on the right, and it's the type of thing where I think that people didn't really give it a fair shot, because it was like a narrative went around that said, hey, this is disrespectful because of X, right? And, you know, I didn't look at it that way, because I'm just looking at the design of the coins and trying to understand, you know, what is it visually appealing or not? So if I had never seen these two coins before, you know, and someone just said, hey, I want you to have a design that is really, I don't know, patriotic, or depends, you know, I'm going to put words in people's mouths if I say it a certain way, but is really patriotic or really bold looking, or, you know, the crest style one is really quite traditional and ho-hum, whereas this eagle is, to me, much more bold and appealing. It is much more strong. And I know that everyone gets into symbolism differently. They read into the way the eagle is presented here. To me, it's just artistic. It's just designed to use the space a certain way. But everyone, if you already have your bias towards this, you're already going to dislike what I'm saying. So, but I'm just trying to look at it from a visual standpoint of, I consider it, now that I've had them both next to each other for a little bit, quite a bit of an upgrade. On the proofs event especially, what's interesting, the proofs and uncirculated coins are so different in the fact that you just, man, the feel, the look, everything, the uncirculated version of the Type 2 is nowhere near as compelling as the proof version. And maybe that's true of almost all proof coins, but I'm really enamored here with the proof. I think it looks great. So now that you've had a little bit of a side-by-side comparison of the proofs, go ahead and let me know. Maybe you've had a chance to reconsider the design. Maybe you hated it at first, the design change. I know how people love change in America, or love change anywhere in the world. So, change that light bulb. My grandfather made that. All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Ben, the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.